Diagram 2. The planet-sized ship Nibiru. Magnetic conductor. Magnetic force. First stone, sapphire. Magnetic force. One of the 4 stones. Fourth stone, diamond. Antenna, solar panels, crystal. Third stone, emerald stone. Magnetic force. Second stone, ruby stone. Magnetic force, crystal. Solar panels, hologram beam. Chapter 1. El Istanclad. The Creation. Tablet 5, verse 16 to verse 27. From all types of origin, and your planet Earth held the most abundant of life sources, which is why all kinds of beings frequently visited. Now let me continue on one of these routes to the planet Earth. The planet craft Nibiru, meaning planet of the crossing, also called Murduk, was making a routine trip, which was then on an orbit that took 1024 years short of an equinox of Earth time, which was a 25,920 year orbit called AMS by the Anunnaki. These craft being 4 times the size of the planet Tiamat, whose diameter was 15,852 before the splitting, which cut it into 2 equal halves, and Nibiru's diameter being 63,408. The ship Nibiru came in search of other planets that were rich in natural resources and minerals to take back to the planet Risk, to protect it from the damaging ultraviolet rays. And what would make you understand what ultraviolet rays are? Ultraviolet of or relating to the range of invisible radiation wavelength from about 4 nanometers on to the border of the X-ray region to about 380 nanometers just beyond the violet in the visible spectrum. We are looking at the word ultra, meaning beyond, from the Latin ultra, from ultra, meaning beyond, and the word violet, meaning the hue of the shortwave end of the visible spectrum, evoked in the human observer by radiant energy with wavelengths of approximately 380 to 420 nanometers. Any of a group of colors, reddish blue in hue, that may vary in lightness and saturation from the Middle English, from Old French. Violette, diminutive of viola, from Latin viola. As for the color red, the hue of the long wave end of the visible spectrum, it has evoked in the human observer by radiant energy with wavelengths of approximately 630 to 750 nanometers. Any of a group of colors that may vary in lightness and saturation, and whose hue resembles that of the life liquid called blood. One of the additive or light primaries from the Middle English, from Old English, read. And as for the color blue, the hue of that portion of the visible spectrum lying between green, which is yellow and blue, and indigo, which is blue and violet, and it is evoked in the human observer by radiant energy with wavelengths of approximately 450 to 490 nanometers. Any of a group of colors that may vary in lightness and saturation. One of the additive or light primaries from the Middle English blue, from Old French bleu, of Germanic origin. As for the word ray, it's a thin line or narrow beam of light or outer radiant energy. Radiant light on the prism, it appears as purple, ranging from violet to red. And now, with an overstanding of ultraviolet rays, you must be able to grasp the damage that it was doing in risk and is doing here on Earth. The danger is the destruction of the ozone. As it happened there, it's also happening here. What is ozone? A blue gaseous allotrope of oxygen. O3, formed naturally from diatomic oxygen by electric discharge or exposure to ultraviolet radiation. It is an unstable, powerfully